So I saw the Mockingjay Part 2 movie today, and I am not okay. Like, my emotions are just everywhere right now. But the point of this video is to share with you my favorite moments from the entire Hunger Games series, like the books and the movies. And I thought I should do this video because this was a Top 5 Wednesday topic last week, but I didn't do it because I'm like, there is not just 5 moments in this whole entire series that I can pick as my best. Like, I would rather just do a whole video just about that topic. So that's what I'm gonna do. Still really emotional because it's over. I can't believe it's over. Just, you know, basically what I said before. And obviously spoilers for the whole entire book series and the movies probably. So if you haven't watched them all or read them all, you should probably click out of this video now. Okay, I'm assuming if you're still watching, then you've read all the books or seen all the movies or both or whatever. So if you on purpose spoil yourself, then that's on you. Let's get on to my favorite moments of the Hunger Games series. One of the scenes I really liked and thought was really well done in both the book and the movie was the Tracker Jacker scene, in which Katniss cuts down the Tracker Jacker nest from the tree she was sitting in, and it, you know, catapults down onto the career, which ends up in the death of Glimmer and another District 4 girl. I liked this scene because I feel like it just gave you so much tension from the point where Rue actually points out that there's a Tracker Jacker nest to Katniss in the tree, and then she kind of formulates this plan to get it down to the careers and ultimately try to kill them. I thought it was especially well done in the movie. It was very well translated. There was like points where you like see how messed up Katniss is. Like, there'd be these little like shots where it's like something moves really quickly, like jerky, like hallucinations and that kind of thing. I think it was just very well done, and it was a very like scary tension scene in both the book and the movie. The scene of Rue's death was a very emotional moment for the first book and in the movie. Again, I think it was very well translated from the book into the movie. It was just very emotional. It was also such a symbolic moment in the series, like kind of a first glimpse of like the death of innocence. And also when Katniss like lays Rue out and puts all the flowers around her and then does the 3-fingered salute to her. And then in the movie, I'm not sure if this was in the book, but in the movie how they show the rebellion in District 11 due to Rue's death, showing like this is where the rebellion started. So this was a very symbolic moment, and it kind of kicked off the whole rebellion that we see in the later books. Another scene I really... Rude. Rude. No. Anyway, another scene that I really like that also is another representation of like the start of the rebellion in the later books is the scene where Katniss and Peeta have the nightlock berries at the very end of the first book. Not the very end, but near the end, where the rule of the 2 victors from the same district was revoked, and they were going to just eat the nightlock berries, and Katniss was like, they don't need their victor, like, she would rather have them both die and like basically stick it to the Capitol than play by their rules, pretty much. Again, this is a great form of rebellion. I thought it was just a great scene. It was like so symbolic and just important. It was just a great scene that I really liked. I really like the ending of the first book where Katniss and Peeta are on their way back to District 12, and this is right near the very end of the first book. And in the movie too, it's just like the music is so fitting, and that's why I like this scene a little bit more, I guess, thanks to the movie. Like, the music is just so fitting, and it's just like a happy in the moment kind of thing, and like Gal and Prim there to like greet her like outside the train, and it's just like a very happy moment, I guess, that they both were able to come back from the games alive and well. And there's a particular quote that is literally the last line of the book that I really like. I take his hand, holding on tightly, preparing for the cameras, and dreading the moment when I will finally have to let go. A part that was really epic in the series and is, again, just one of my favorite parts, obviously, because the title of this video, duh, is when in the third quarter quell, Katniss discovers the force field ceiling thing, and she just releases an arrow up to it, and it just breaks the whole force field. And the arena's like crumbling, and it's just chaos everywhere, and it's like, what? And there's just all this stuff going on all at once, and the rebellion of trying to get Katniss out of there. And then in the movie, I think it was so epic how they did it when they lift Katniss up from the arena with the hovercraft. I think they did such a good job of it. Like in the book, it was like not even, like it was there, but it was not as epic as it was in the movie. Like it was just done so well, where she's just laying there like half dead, and the arena's crumbling, there's all this fire and explosions all around her, and she's just laying there, and then the hovercraft comes down and picks her up and just like is lifting her up, and with this like epic music in the background. It's like probably one of the best scenes of like any of the movies, like one of the most epic scenes, and like I just really like that part. There is a part in the first book, and I can't remember if it's on the train when Katniss and Peeta are going to the Capitol, or if it was at the actual reaping, but there was a scene where Haymitch like fell down and like puked because he was drunk, and then Effie was all like, Haymitch can be the difference between your life and death. and then it says she like hops around the puddle of vomit and like leaves the room. I just thought that was so funny when I read that. And then of course the scene from the movie where she's like, that is mahogany. Mahogany. One of the parts that I really liked that was actually really surprising in Mockingjay specifically was near the end of the book, where Katniss is preparing to assassinate President Snow, and there's like the whole giant crowd in the Capitol, and she kills President Coin instead. I was like, but then I was like, yeah, because, you know, President Coin is like not good. And one of my favorite scenes kind of builds off of a previous scene in the book. It's where Katniss is shooting one of the propos near the beginning of Mockingjay with the people of Panem, blah blah blah, like the fake formulated crap that Plutarch had for her. And then Haymitch just like saunters in, and after like 10 tries of doing this propo, and he's like, and that, my friends, is how a revolution dies. And then the next propo, which is the quote favorite scene I'm referring to, which is the one shot in District 8, I believe, and is the famous scene in which we get one of the most famous quotes from the entire series. If we burn, you burn with us. To quote Effie Trinket from the first movie, I just love that. It's just such an epic and inspiring moment of the series. Those are all my favorite moments from the entire Hunger Games series. Literally my favorite series that I have ever read in the entire existence of my life. If you have not read them, you need to. I mean, they're just really good. Like, even if you don't read, like, at least watch the movies, because the movies are pretty good. Normally, I wouldn't say watch the movie over the book, but I mean, they're both just so good. So in this case, I don't really care. But this book series and the movie series, the whole franchise altogether, it's just so amazing. And I am very sad to see it come to a close with the last movie. I'm still harboring feelings from the movie which I saw today, and I'm probably going to for days. That's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!